Assalamualaikum Bokai. Welcome back to the Jollof Football Bantaba YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. It's your boy again, Chama, guys, and it's another Sunday, the Gambia Football Show. I'm here with my brother, Coach. Yeah, they unfortunately, Buba, a regular of the show, will not be available today, but maybe somewhere along the way, during Space TV. Pour waxtaan about Gambian football gis nañ ne week bii nii la GFF League bi commencé kick off na last week guy playing in the Super Cups and also gisoon nañ FIFA def na release nañ seen latest FIFA ranking si so dinañ discuss loolu in the context of Gambia and it also is the end of the month of November. So as we usually do at the end of every month, the nominees for Jollof Football Bantaba Player of the Month for the month of November has been revealed. So we will discuss about those players, and the post has been done on our socials. So please head to our socials and then cast in a vote who you think has been the best performing Gambian player during the month of November. The winner will be revealed sometime during the week. Yeah, there's quite a few things to discuss in the football in the context of Gambian football. League be more dorna, but there is been some issues here and there. I'm not game sure how many cancel and then they have started. There have been a lot of goals so far. The league we started have got usual suspects. Many Real de Banjul, they have started flying in the league. Second division we as well, both have start now. So then discuss a little bit. Suñu amee space nag la ñoo gën a mën a discuss loolu because moom moo dee gën a yëngu si yëfi ligi Gambia bi because moo nekk si ground bi di sitaani games yi ak yooyu noonu so moom moo ñëw mën a gën a xam loolu noonu but still we have Che here so dinañ ko jota laal tuuti Coach ma ne ko nuyu naa la tey spirit yaa ngi xalaat dee nag waaye si la bokka ndax du
waaw jërëjëf Thiama dewoon na la nuyu di la ziar di sa wàccuwaay di ne asalaamaaleykum suñu audience yi then welcome to Jollof Football YouTube channel, the home of Gambian football. Taylor what Sunday, another Sunday, on the 1st of December. I am going to have times where you have the Jago not take what I was so the middle of the there's something wrong with me, so bring Jago to say what you learn. I chawa one day when my refresh on my excited. They were not anybody because of them in conflict of conduct. But whatever, see you on Jote, wow, understand? We are playing football. I think we should be optimistic. We should be happy that there is football going on back in the country. Understand? For second division.
yeah
It's the new Kwasi. It started positively. But we never see what I'm going to get it.
Nancy Genawa. Yeah. And also another thing, apologies on the Jollof Football Bantaba page. It's been a while, especially during the week. Usually I have the weekend recap and stuff like that. It's been really tough on our side to do those things and even update on the Jollof Football Bantaba socials. You might realize that Jollof Football Bantaba socials have been a little bit dormant of late because of jafe-jafe because we have other jobs we are doing. So sometimes things have the overwhelming on top of us. So it's difficult for us to keep up with that pace. But of course, we will come back and then we will be, doing the regular things that we have been doing. So for these few days, I'm you for that. Without wasting much time, telling a very quick discussion. So we can get right into the discussion. Finkos Dore the latest FIFA ranking. You guys reveal and Gambia, the last one, we were in rank 128. So we moved up from 128 to 126 by 2 ranks. Of course, we played 2 games over between the last, announcement and this one. Gambia, during that period, you played in Gambia against Comoros and Tunisia. We won against Tunisia, of course, and then we lost against Comoros. But by the way this ranking is calculated, it is not a surprise because Gambia has won a team that is up there in terms of ranking Tunisia, and then of course lost to Comoros, who is also ahead of us in the FIFA ranking. So it will not chop our ranking that much, but the win that we had against Tunisia was huge to improve our rank. This rankings is very important. We keep saying it, Mike Cherenko all the time, how important these ranks are because it can be the decider if Gambia will play in the preliminary rounds or not. it can be a decider which pot Gambia is going to be in a qualifier in the subsequent ones. So the ranking is very, very important. That's why we try to monitor what is happening in terms of ranking. Chair, what is your reaction to the latest ranking with Gambia moving from 128 to 126?
Well, Chama, I think it's very positive, understand that. Although Gambia is not very high, then you should last give 300 but last time one of the Chama, the way they do their ranking, population ranking, dafa hawa complicated tuuti. So timu ndaw dure ko timu tolo do so dure de du significant. But su fekkee yow da nga win timu mag comme ñun against Tunisia loolu moo gën a push higher of the ranking parce que Comoros ak ñun daanaka Comoros ñu raw kam ranking so ñoom suñu yaay dóore sax du nekk that impact understand but the fact that ñun day dóor Tunisia with the rank difference understand moo ñu move this high up understand sabi wala yaa ngi wax is very important because suñuy bolota yeah I think it's important pour suñu lay dugal because Gambia gis nañ ko for a long of time we have been going through preliminary round this is the first time you play upon qualifiers without being part of the preliminary round. Then you come because of Sunan Kinsi. Understand? Sunan Kinsi. The BU still now we are in pot 4. Understand? So by moving up the rankings, gradually link them top Nikonyan, then pot 3, no pot 2. But yeah, you have pot 1, neka the heavyweights of African football. You can be there. Just it's not only about believing something, but also about putting the right structures. Putting this small so-called standard be. You need a standard when you are football, everything will make us serious and then to the level that we believe and that we know understand we have the potential to be there. Understand? Yeah.
Definitely. Those are the because during the week I was doing some research on Lolo. So I will share something along the way. Yeah. If you look at our rank in Africa right now, it's 36. It's right bang on pot 3. So if a draw was to be made or a seeding was to be made today for the next African Cup of Nations qualifiers, the subsequent one, of course, the 2025 one is not yet here. We are talking about the 2027 one because Gambia is not there, so we have to think forward in the context of Gambia. So we are at 36. We are at 37 in Africa, which meant we would have been in pot 4. But the fact we are 36, because first 12 teams, they are in pot 1. The next 12 to 24, they are in pot 2. And then the next 12 to 36, they are in pot 3. Then the next from 37 upwards, whoever qualify from the preliminary journey, that will be in pot 4. So Gambia, they have this improvement has kind of taken them from pot 4 to pot 3, which is good. But we need to keep it going because if we stop now, we are going back again. We are going because we are right at the border of that pot, and we can even go as deep as the preliminary, like you say. How many teams are going to the preliminary rounds? Usually, from 43 upwards, they go to the preliminary now. If you are 43rd in Africa or any rank lower than that, you go back to the preliminary rounds. So if Gambia is not again, then Korea, so Gambia could use send international windows, send friendly living, could use. Then there is the risk of Gambia dropping back deep into that category. And then what happens if we go to preliminary rounds? We have to budget for a couple of games, which also costs something. So those things we could account for when we talk about Lanyo loss. But then they said like, okay, it's too expensive when you organize a game and things like that. So we should be very careful with that as a country. But Lumadan Wah, and you have been alluded to this many times. I will just show you this.
Okay, we going higher up the ranking. Understand? That will save a lot of money because according to my investigation, Gambia swing play right, double header, understand? Or let's say Nyari match, home away. That will cost close to $30 million. Bena double header. Around 20, between 25 or 27. But that's down the cost. Understand? Legi, loolu mean mooy su fekkee ne doon ñu bañ a bokk si preliminary rounds so technically save nañu 30 million boo xam ne dañ ko war a spend save nañu ko pour nit ñi aussi ñu mën a understand how important ranking is because suñ dee down suñ dee 2 or 3 preliminary rounds understand sport bi dañoo spend loolu su suñ si dégutee dañoo topp pour round boobu noonu ñu dugg straight si qualifiers so loolu la bëgg a leer si lu mu doon wax.
Exactly. You make it. You spot on. This table. I know if you just look at it like that, you will not understand what is there, what is on this table. But what this table is showing is the squad values of every single country in Africa, and then I did it by ranking as well. So Morocco is the highest ranked team in Africa. Senegal is the second highest ranked team. Egypt is the third highest ranked team. So you can see as you go all the way to Eritrea, who are the lowest ranked team in Africa. This is the squad value of each country. Of course, Morocco, like the squad value they have and the rank they have is showing like it's marrying each other. They are the highest in Africa for squad value. They are also the number one ranked team. Senegal, they are not the highest, but of course, they are up there. They are third or fourth in terms of the ranking. So it's understandable for them to be second and that. So Gambia, we are ranked 36 in Africa. But then you look at the squad value that Gambia have, it is more than only 12 countries in Africa. Gambia is 13th. Only 12 countries in Africa have a better squad value than Gambia. When we say squad value in this context, what squad value means is transfer mart. Of course, you go to transfer mart, every player have a squad value. Every player have a value. So in 2024, the players that Gambia use as a country, if you add up the value of all these players, Yankuba Minte, Musa Baro, every player that Gambia use, you add up their value during 2024, Gambia has 53.6 million euros squad value. So they are the 13th highest country in Africa in terms of squad value. So that tells you, in terms of quality of team, quality of squad, Gambia is the 13th best in Africa, according to Transfermarkt. But then you look at the Gambia's ranking, is 36th in Africa. So that gap, again, if you look at that, if you differentiate. So if you look at the difference between that gap, Gambia, they have a gap of 27 in terms of ranking. So 37 in Africa, 36 in Africa, minus 13. So that is 24. So Gambia have a gap of 24, minus 24 in terms of their ranking and their squad value. So which is the worst in Africa? So in terms of the rank of the country and the squad value of the FIFA ranking of the country compared to the quality of team, that gap, Gambia has the worst in Africa, which is very, very worrying, and it's something that we need to we need to take very seriously. We mentioned it before, but without actually backing it, because just from the outside you can see it. Check and see it from the outside without even going through the numbers. He could tell you there is a gap between the national team and the FIFA rankings that we were showing up, and that is exactly what is happening. And Gambia is the worst in Africa. When I say worst, like they are 54th in Africa in terms of that gap. Out of 54 countries in Africa, Gambia is the worst one in terms of that gap, which is very, very worrying. I don't know if you guys understand what I mean. I hope you understand. Lumane can try to explain. Maybe you can buttress more a little bit about that. So if you guys can understand.
Chawana yango bugo tony. So I understand no ma tony. Every time I do hulu. Like Gambia, swing squad, mo gina value swing position. Like I do hulu feed. Understand? Players in sell market value is high, but is higher than our ranking. So by hell, I don't know. Even Sarah Basa. Understand? You are our ranking. You should not team. You wasn't not to be value. Understand? That yakana graph or chat bit Jotamo Diga. Understand?
Yeah.
No limo wala rek moy chamone moy. Understand? Like Gambia as individuals, the same thing moy happen. Gambia is more than what. Okay, Gambia as a nation is not developed. Welcome to the Gambia. Individual Gambians are very developed, are very aware. All things you kill, you go something. Understand? Kill, nice kill, so home reunion down Gambia. But if you come together, then Gambia as a nation, we are very poor. Same thing more happen at Sierra Kentini. All of swing players, individual players, how valuable they have. But together, understand that the national team value will for them down. Small value for them, ranking will for them down. Understand? I think it's only right and only sensible su fekkee ne suñ value ak suñ ranking si dafa war a nekk at par.
dafa war a mare yeah.
Understand so loolu mooy ma ne GFF si loolu la ngay war a liggéey te càmma li war a loolu two things la rek. two things moo war a loolu benn mooy the foundation and the structure su suñ ligue bi fii moo fa nekkut. bu la ngay war a dooleel. understand suñ dooleel loolu understand nga gis ne players yi comme loolu rek ñëpp dañ xam what they are doing what to expect. Understand? Starting from the academies, school football academies, third division, how to call it? The third division level, second division, fourth division, going to the national youth setup, going to the national team. Yep, they have the same philosophy, the same idea on how to play football, and then what is the plan? Understand? Pour ñu mën a achieve suñ goals if that makes sense. Then loolu player bu génn rek understand ak player bu nekk fii yëpp dañu am almost the same mindset. Understand te loolu dafa tax players gën a moo si suñu national team bi that collectiveness bu ñu soxla comme ni ko national team dañu am enough time bu mun a train together bu mun a put everything in place but su fekkee ne at the youth level everything mu ngi nekk in order so it makes life easy for everyone. So by doing that you will see the end product suñu national team bi suñu ñëwee di compete dañoo di win di am ay points so loolu fi put higher maybe for the next 5 years then everything will come together like Gambia dëgg la fu ñu nekk ni côté sax.
Yeah, definitely. You mentioned a few things. It's just about helping at the end of the day because something that is being said regularly is also in Gambia dafa bari talent. And the talents suñ leen joxe opportunity da nga gis ne gars yi day mën a jël the next step guide them. Understand? That's why we are ranked because players, the reason their value is high is because they are performing that. When they go to their clubs, they are performing that. If they go to Europe or if they go to any league, they increase their value. Do they guy M? Understand? So they are doing this. Guy get a while and society agency tamit. Since with agency duggé ñoom itamit si game bi especially suñ brother si buñ duggé si agency work bi things are moving. They are doing their part, taking them to that step, and then those players are taking the next step. But then we have to reflect as a country. How can we help this? Because this is an opportunity for the country. It is an opportunity. The fact that small Gambia, smallest country in mainland Africa, can produce the 13th best valuable national team in Africa, London is massive. So imagine like if we are a big nation, but we are small and we are still producing these talents, and the raw talent is there. I'm telling you, like even our under 20, the value of our under 20 squad is higher than some of these countries. I saw that some of these countries, the value of our under 20 squad, you can go to Transfermarkt and then look at the value of the Gambia under 20 squad. It's more than some of these countries in Africa, but they are doing way better than us.
Doguma la. So you amoon nañ time because mën nañu woon ñette yëpp wala under 20 players Gambia, under 23 and national team bi nañu mën a gis exactly yow li nga explain.
Exactly. No, I will try to make a post of the 10 most valuable Gambian players. Then people will say, "Gasiya the player like, of course, Gasiya the player like even Musa Barrow, Mungawa from Madagascar or from Niger downwards, he is more valuable than all those countries. Just Musa Barrow alone. So we are producing the players, but we are not making the best use of it. We are not using this opportunity, which is very sad. That's why we have the biggest gap in terms of a national team and the squad of players that we are, and the value of players we are producing. We all know football can change lives. Understand? So if we can use this opportunity to push more kids to go, it's only going to improve the Gambia at the end of the day. So we have to look at it from the Gambia perspective and anything more like Ministry and GFF. So we have to look at this thing from a country's perspective. How can this impact our country? We are a very poor nation, but this is a way to improve the status of our country. And we need to do more do that. That's why we are spending a little bit more time to talk about this. But I hope we did justice to that, and then we can move on. Jay, do you have any final thing to say on that? Then we move on.
No, Chama, I think we are good.
We are good to go. Yeah. So you move on new Dempty player of the month coming every month. This is also geared towards helping Gambian players at the end of the day. Understand? We do it with space for the league. The GFF league, we also do it for the foreign-based players. We want people to know our players who are doing well. That's why we take this, we take this initiative to be looking at every month who are the best performing Gambians in the league, local league, and who are the best performing Gambians in the global or in the professional arena. So yeah, every month we have been doing that, and I hope you guys are enjoying it. And this month is no different. We nominated 4 players, and then we will throw it back to our followers, our subscribers to decide who's going to be the winner. Abdullah Cisse is one of the nominees. Of course, during the month, like make debut for Gambia, scored 4 goals for club and country in 5 games that he played. Musa Barrow, he has been informed. He was the winner last month, Gambia GFB Player of the Month. This month, the same thing. He continued his form. 8 games that play, mu score 4, mu assist 4. For club and country, 2 assists for the Gambia, and then 4 goals and 2 assists for his club, Altaun. Alassana Jata as well, Montan playing 5 games, who scored 3 goals for his club and made his debut for the Gambia as well. Ibrahim Ajaju Stek, who played 5 games, kept 3 clean sheets as a goalkeeper, 1 for the Gambia, 2 for his club, Paide, and also provided an assist, which was the icing on the cake for him. Chair, what can you tell us about these 4 nominees for the Jollof Football Bantaba Player of the Month for?
No, I think they all deserve to be here. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
But again, there is only 1 million. Understand? But come on, mom, we feel ko xamne feel nañu bokk fi. Li nga ko fondé lañ la jox. Suñu xolé this players have been doing well. Understand? Yeah. Well, interesting one more, Ablaye Cisse. Understand? I think he has been here for the past 2 or 3 months, if I'm not wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? And he's still progressing. Imagine now, just 5 months ago or so, we don't play national league. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
From within 5 months, we change this massive change. They're not club, they're not professional, but they can play national team. But it's course national team.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? They have the key first round visa. Hardly a day of first round GFF league. So I think yeah, it's good for him. Understand? As well as Musa, Alassana, and Stek. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, definitely, guys. Go put your votes in. We have a poll on Instagram. We have a post on Twitter, on YouTube, and on Facebook. So please vote by commenting who you think is the winner, or go to the poll and then just click on the player that you think is going to be the winner. I think that is much easier. And then we will reveal the team or the player of the month as well as the team of the month, as we always do, the best performing 11 during the month of November. So we move on from that one and then go to the GFF leagues. We will wrap up today with the GFF leagues. This weekend, the GFF League with Door. Last week, play on in the Super Cup, Real de Banjul versus Medina United. Real de Banjul came out on top in that one. Which was no surprise, of course, considering how big Real de Banjul are in Gambian football, and Medina United, coming through. It was an interesting game, but Real de Banjul came out on top. And then this week, the league started, and, these usual suspects as well, they have started the league very well. Real de Banjul, they won their first game. They won convincingly. Their game, Birkama United, they were the biggest winners. They won 4-0 in their first game. Real de Banjul winning 4-1. BST Galaxy also started the season very well. It was a derby between them and TMT, because we don't forget that it's kind of a derby now in Gambia, because they came up together, and then they have built that kind of competitiveness between each other over the second division, and they brought that into the first division as well. Heart FC, they came up, and then they started flying. They win their first game 1-0. Steve Biko also won their first game. Falcons and Fortune, they drew their first game. Today there was supposed to be a game between Banjul United and Banjul United and Marimo, but the game has been called off. A few games have been called off. In the second division, there was one called off, and there is another one called off today, which is quite worrying. But before you delve into that, let's talk about the start of the season, Che. How do you see the start of the season so far?
Chama, so far so good in many ways. But generally, dinane dañ tell goals tell not out. Chama. When
Yeah.
they ready 4.
Mhm.
I think no. So I'm at a them goals, understand, which is very, very important and interesting. Understand. This thing come branding the team sax lañuy brandé seen bopp right now xam nga. Ñu ngi
Yeah.
focus seen bopp xam nga loolu yëpp I think Chama is very, very important. Marketing wise, dinañu yóbbu si beneen level. Understand.
Definitely.
Yeah. Personally nag man tamit soo gisee may la is good in so many ways. Understand mooy as you all know, I'm working with Unique.
Mhm.
And we also have a good start with a great team, Force.
Yeah. Yeah.
Understand. I think yeah, we've done well, given the fact that Force took the lead just before halftime. Understand.
Mhm.
Um, ñun tamit ñu equalize them just minutes after. Xam nga ñëw second half ñu score the second goal and you end up winning them. Understand. So
Mhm.
those is a big plus and a good start for us. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
Thelma, definitely. I'm very happy and optimistic. League bi commencé na at bi nañ gis lu bari nañ gis différence bu bari xam nga
Mhm.
comme niñ ko digoon rek am na toujours war seen affaire understand nga man boog personnel am
Yeah.
na ñu woo yow am na ñoo am na ñu boo wax waaye man
Mhm.
yaakaar naa ne daal ci ma waxoon seen affaire yi si first division bi ah xam ne ñaar yu si nañ ma de avant ma la
Mhm.
wala ba ñetta sax mooy
Wow.
business start bu gars yi nekk understand nga
Mhm.
gis nañ ñi tamit fortune draw nañ waaye tamit gis nañ ne li ma waxoon ne mu ne Hawks at bi dañoo struggle understand they
Mhm.
lost home to Buko and Buko tamit one of those teams on the defensively understand since last year defensively they are
Mhm.
very solid and this year around I believe that they will be even harder to get past
Mhm.
understand so yeah daal loolu laa amoon lu ma séddale mo si libi daal so far.
Yeah, comme ni ko waxee rek, it would have been perfect if we had space here, especially when it comes to what's happening on the ground. Naka la games yi nekk di demee ak yooyu noonu because xam nga moom moo dee gën a nekk foofu noonu. But doo ko waxee second division bi tamit has started very interestingly. You guys had that was a big win for you guys, 2-1 against Nakala, against GPA. That was a good start. That was a great start for you guys. It will be an interesting one, like you say. But there's a but always. First division B, one game cancelled. Second division B, one game cancelled, which is not a good start. Understand? In terms of games we got the cancel. And according to Lunyeka Diga, it has been about the registration of the teams. Because how many GFF then over see when it comes to the player registration this season. They are very strict about it. I don't know how that works, but what is going on? What can you tell us?
Well, Chama, how about this time, guys? Then there was this FIFA Connect. Understand?
Mm-hmm.
Whereby clubs then you wanna register some players. Understand? Through a system. Understand? All the guidelines of FIFA. Hammer.
Mm-hmm.
So even matches here for go send forms security of our register. Come no way. You guys know we have FIFA we get access. Understand? To have all the um basic statistics of the players. We have listen we can to precise just players appearance, occurrence, match things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Understand? So you have a player B, team number register, this is his data, and nangam things you know. So
Mm-hmm.
it's a new thing, understand? Knowing Gambia and Gambians, understand? Dunje pare ñu bari dunje pare janga. Understand? Dañ fa moy Gambian time, Gambian system, which life mu ngi change and things are evolving. Te yaaka naa ko wax te naa ko waxaat. ma ne football si kanam tuuti rek si bu yàgg
Mm-hmm.
academically if you are not there understand dafa difficult pour nga liggéey si football in all aspects understand muy benn muy coaching bi you have to give reports so reports should come from the physio from the coaches the fitness all those ñoom ñoo together nga jël seen report jox ko coach bi ñu present ko so loolu jàng moo la ko mën a may understand players tamit léegi gis nañ ko players they have to be going for interviews maybe here locally but international dang they dem for interviews understand so loolu tamit academic you have to improve so there are so many things yoo xam ne am na although gars yi dañ ko commencé building training understand pour ñu mun a am ñu mun a am loolu pour ko understand xam nga but I believe ne xam nga jàng ba des pour man xaw ma jàng ba des team si ñoo leen di tayteelu ñoo leen di tayteelu understand so anyways daal war nañu ut solution nu gën a gaaw because gis nañ ne even waa Banjul sax dina seen game bi only 11 players la ngay play benn player la Spain bi they came with that 11 team 11 saa 11 seen benn bi waaye di réaliser ne am na ñu si 11 sax registré wuñ leen sa registré dafa des so dafa am buñ calculé ñu gis ne 11 la so what you have to do mooy make sure ne 11 boobu ñu ne so lañ ñoo leen di cuisine dugal leen ñu toog si benn bi sax indi leen dugal leen ñu am benn 11 ak ku gis rek a gis si benn bi loolu noonu yëpp dafa ñaaw dafa rusul understand te am GFF should take strict measures pour make sure that next when game bi concern because of that te bu mun a feel my forms and things like that nga ñàkk sa points very simple I raise by doing that teams will take this thing seriously.
But also my better question. I know this was coming, but do you think the clubs have been given enough preparation to do this? I don't know. What do you think about that? Not just like all the tools they needed, all the guidance they needed for Gamuna realize this, which is also very important.
Chama, you definitely saying in the Buyaka. The one in Buyaka. Chama, can you talk on do where if you have a registration system?
The same move one, right? Yeah.
Same
move one.
Wow. Benyon tries to pull in the on board. How it works. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
So they knew. I'm in training. Chama. I'm in training. The issue moy. Yeah, man cinema is moy. Team C, come on, Gambia, you have to change. This is my position. So call your net. The core ham, moon god. Understand? You love me so understand? More for you, they will job licky. The core moon must have understand. Muma chama, technical director. The chama is not technical. He's good at academically. He's book smart, but technically he's not there. Understand? That's technical director. Nga jël ko xam ne moom lu xam mooy tekkul agrivé ak officio la mais ko def secrétaire général team so decided ko confuse teams they indi seen bopp understand encore he has no IT skill kooku naka la mën a register les players on template seen data so decided kind of issue xam ne team la ko xam man pour man GFF they did what they have to do understand I believe the teams ñoo war a upgrade seen bopp understand by making putting the right people in the right place.
Because so I said that other teams they have to get it right. So you can also question like if Real de Banjo get it right, if Hawks get it right, if like Steve Biko get it right, if Walidan get it right, all the other teams got it right. Why are you not getting it right? That is sometimes the question you have to ask yourself. All our opponents are getting it right. Why are we not getting it right? And then you can take it from there. But hopefully this will be the end of it. The first week, because sometimes change it if they muna jail time put me to adapt to it, which can happen. So but you guys say in first week be the man and me. And then hidna GFS unjele measures which is very strict, I would say. The jail points and maybe it will make teams more active about it. But I think the first week being will let a lot of people learn, and then even if a lot of teams learn, even if it means they have them higher in it on a small contract, yeah. But it's not good for the league, to be honest. Do you want to play how many games in the first division? About 9 games in the second division, and then about 8 games in the first division. And only we have 2 games cancelled because of people cannot register their team properly. But yeah, why league be mom? Yeah.
More what's to Tama gis nga comme la jeexew seen marketing area bi ak seen guy competition. I think before league we start, they want to engage with the tour, media tour. Understand nga? That would have been very significant for everyone to know, understand nga, their plans for this season. Understand nga? It's not political. Understand nga? Kuy invite guy tamit na waxtaan bi leer. Amul dara lu fi wax ne is political. Understand nga? Mooy lu fi wax yëpp is about GFF League. Understand? How it's going to be organized? What are the new plans in place? New system in place? Look at this registration thing that you know. Understand? At land you know expect. Understand? The fanfare. Understand? Then after the guy use Muna market GFF, Muna marketing Muna in the more ambience. Things you know. That is are you marketing wise? Lolo is going to be point. You're going to give them points to attract sponsors. You understand what I mean? But then again, even ñoom seen own in-house media bi sax understand nekkul di def lu ngay def in that area talk less of what I get outside. So I think point tamit don't have ko communication communication point dafay nekk so say nekk.
For this. Yeah, you mentioned something very interesting. We are seeing the clubs, they are taking it to a next level. I can mention names. Like Fortune, I'm wearing their jersey. Do club. BST Galaxy, we are seeing what they are doing. In Real de Banjul, we are seeing what they are doing, and many other teams. Steve Biko, we are seeing what they are doing. They are taking it to the next level. But like we are not doing that in the league. Teams in the buy Ganaw league, which will be very sad. Come swing players in buy Ganaw swing national team in terms of ranking. No league teams in the buy GFF league be si bopam Ganaw. Which is gonna be very wrong. GFF should always be the best, should be the model. But how many like teams in the city, the Roy, understand anything you know def. But for many they are very comfortable where they are.
It's sad. 3 years ago, today, 3 years ago, this time around, we were saying the same thing. Understand? We were saying the same thing. So, like, what is the problem, Chama? What is the problem? People are seeing it. The others are there. Let them talk to them. One of the last time, GFF, the problem GFF, they lack capacity. More reality. All these things in out here, boy, they lack capacity. One of them, I believe you, come last time, I know, they don't have the zeal or the will to do it. Well, these things are doable and they are very easy. Yet, in your eyes, it's very easy. It's very doable because you have the capacity or we have the capacity. That's where the problem is at GFF. They don't have the capacity. Chama. Look more reality. Understand? If they cannot staff people to do that, understand? Or they have staff that can do that. Chama, let them outsource it. Outsource it. I will say it again. They go outsource. There's nothing wrong with outsourcing thing. Your job. Big ones are doing that. You understand? They are doing that. I'm looking in-house. Because they have the money. It's just crazy, Chama.
It's just crazy, boy. But I think we will cut it there today, and hopefully next week suñu waji dina ñew space Buba dina ñew momi tamit dina mëna discuss more on the league xam nga game si ak yoy nonu gëna laal affaire bi but the affaire bi it's quite interesting. It was not a lot of things to discuss, but it was quite interesting as well, and hopefully Yellow Football Bantaba page also will be try to be more, more active in the coming days. It will be difficult. It's been difficult these past few days because of our engagement and all that. But hopefully we will, we'll try to take it, move it up again a notch. Yeah. So why I'm not comment one. You said comments then you wrap up. Yeah, you close call. It's also important you check swing guys and comments. Hadim lala mo ni Gambian sport news will be so boring since Gambia missed all categories AFCON competition. Come back stronger. Yeah, hopefully we'll come back stronger, brother. Good job, family. Thank you very much, Zik Jalo, my bro Jim Nelan. The boys need to work hard so that all the things can finish. You can always look at it at both sides, not just Gambia want to better for the boys, but also the boys. I mean, maybe they can do better as well. Time you can also mention it. It's all GFF and ministry will mention and what on. So I'm gonna like a high chama mustic. Che, you guys have to do something big, like real, because money is there. Boy, minister team be you need global. You guys need to do something big.
Don Hans.
Yeah,
You know Hans.
Hi, Sabakai. So what you saying something si comment mu ne naka yeah, I'll keep an eye on Ibu Sama. Our goal scorer said, yeah, my chama kid bi chama na go chama na interview me after game. Mu ne goal bi ye put mayor bi la mané ko lolu mom is wonderful. He started the season well. So nako continue. Xamna mbadu mom moy nek di next Adama Boja. Adama dem na Sawaji dem na Silla. So hopefully he will be the next one to go. We will be watching him, of course, in the league. And finally, some people just want to have a team, but they don't want to do the right things on time. Yeah, a lot of them will make a problem. Issue see football in Gambia. Move faster. No, how many like opportunity. I mean, opportunity to put team like they go with it. But to be honest, to take it to the next level is difficult. But now Gambia football num demé la tamit soko sété. Xam nga. So what do you want to
control.
Exactly. I would control. Yeah, exactly. So,
Che.
You got it correctly. Yeah, hopefully. I'm a forward thinking, people you for like a technical team, especially technical directorship before known is very important. Yeah, I think that's what we had today for our audience, Che. Do you have any final thoughts to share before we say goodbye to them?
No, we can have the different continuity, the support page, the new, the like the fort, we're gonna have Nakalananda. Yeah,
yeah, guys, we be next week. We will be back, inshallah, to discuss more about Gambian football. Thank you guys for joining us on the show. Don't forget to like, subscribe to the Jollof Football Bantaba, and also follow us on the other social media platforms. We are on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even TikTok, as well as we have the YouTube channel. So, yeah, every follow counts, guys. So we will appreciate it very much if you follow us on all these platforms. But be rendezvous next week, inshallah. We'll be back. Hopefully this week I might do the weekend recap. There's not been a lot going on in terms of Gambian players playing abroad, but hopefully maybe I will do a weekend recap and see how the Gambian players were doing over the course of the week if I have the time. Yeah, but until then, guys, I'll say goodbye. Che, you'll be next Jama. Yeah, Yalla United lose. I mean, well, all right, you got up.